Top 3 Internet Marketing Newbie Outsourcing Mistakes. You're about to learn the 3 most common mistakes made by the internet marketing newbie when it comes to outsourcing. Read on so you can avoid making them and accelerate your online success. Mistake number 1, not starting soon enough. If there's one common sentiment expressed by most online marketers who are successfully employing outsourcing in their business, it's this: why didn't I start doing this a long time ago? Their amazement and delight at the fruits of the outsource, that wonderful combination of time saver and income accelerator, makes them really wonder how much further ahead their business would be if they'd only started much earlier. The old stumbling blocks of fear and ignorance seem to be the culprit here. The biggest fear is probably of getting burnt, i.e., spending money and not getting results you expected. Ignorance, or not knowing how, when, or where to outsource, can be the root cause of that fear. Mistake number 2, hiring the cheapest worker for your project. This is probably the biggest reason for some newbies getting burnt. The old adage, you get what you pay for, certainly applies to outsourcing as much as most consumer purchases. That's not to say you can't get good and cheap help. I'm just saying you might not want to always hire the lowest bidder without doing a little homework. Winky face. Sites like Elance and Freelancer have a wide range of talent, so take a little time to get familiar with each site by going through their tutorials on how to evaluate a potential worker. Mistake number 3, focusing too much on project outsourcing. This is obviously related to mistake number 2 above. Newbies tends to think in terms of, who can I hire to do this specific project for me? Then they'll get that done and move on to the next project and go through the whole hiring process again with a different outsourced worker. This can get to be a pain in the butt. Now, admittedly, what you are outsourcing can be directly related to whether you project outsource or the alternative. Software development would be a good example of something very suited for project work. What's the alternative to hiring one project at a time? Hire a full-time worker. You can train someone to do many of the tasks in your internet business. They will become your dedicated help 30 to 40 hours a week, and it's just amazing how you become the idea generator, coming up with things to keep them busy. Many of you already know that the current favorite area to hire these full-time workers, for an average of only $250 to $500 a month, is the Philippines. So there you have it. Now that you're armed with some working knowledge of the top 3 internet marketing newbie outsourcing mistakes, you can proceed in your online business with a bit more confidence and hopefully avoid making those mistakes yourself. Don't delay starting with your outsourcing. Don't always just hire the cheapest project bidder. Don't focus just on project outsourcing. Seriously consider training a full-time worker from the Philippines.